Hello everyone, welcome to Lever Guns 50. Today we're doing a comparison. We're doing the most powerful Henry versus the most powerful Winchester lever action. Now I've talked to Turnbull about these Henrys and they said you really can't make it any more powerful than a 4570 because the tubular magazine is so big that you can't really change the barrel or like make it into one of those calibers like you can with a Marlin. So this is the most powerful Henry lever action rifle that they make, and it can't really be altered to make it more powerful. And so this right here is the most powerful Winchester lever action rifle, and this right here is a 1886 Winchester in 5110. Now the 1886 originally did come in 5110, although for whatever reason Winchester hasn't brought it back out in that caliber. But there are ways that you can get it. You can get a gunsmith or whatever and get it put in that caliber. So this one here has a new barrel on it, made by Montana Riflemen, which are out of business currently. It's got this really unique sight on it. So this right here is the most powerful Winchester lever action rifle. Now let's talk about the Henry some more. Now the Henry in 4570, it looks to be a copy of the 336 Marlin. And this one here is all decked out with Ranger Precision muzzle brake, peep sight, easy takedown screw, uh, easy takedown screw here too. These right here are cartridge carriers, this forearm. So it's been decked out by Ranger Point Precision. We really appreciate them sending this stuff over to us. So we're going to set up and shoot this and just kind of see what it'll do. Now we know that the Henry is capable of handling some pretty high pressures, up to 40,000 psi or cup, 43 some people say. So these cartridges are loaded to what Hodgson's modern loading data takes it up to. 300 grain bullet doing right at 2,423 feet a second. Just a little bit under that because it's a shorter barrel, but these right here are producing right at 3,900 foot-pounds of energy. That's a lot of energy, right? That's almost 4,000 foot-pounds of energy. So that's a heap of energy. This right here, 1886, in 5110, will produce up to 6,400 foot-pounds of energy. So the loads that we currently have, these here produce 6,280 foot-pounds of energy. And we're going to shoot them on some steel plates and stuff and just kind of show you the difference between the two of them. So this is the most powerful Winchester. That's the most powerful Henry. Let's see what they do to stuff. So first of all, just to see if it has any more oomph on the target, we're going to shoot them against a big old heavy log that's upright and just see if which one knocks it over better. So let's shoot this log and see what happens. All right, we got the trusty old 4570 up first. So let's pop that log and see what happens. Looked like it knocked it down pretty good. Okay, we're going to try one of these 5110s. Slap that big bad boy in here and shoot that sap sucker. Might have been a little bit more difference there. We'll check it out. We're going to shoot it close to the bottom and see what happens when you shoot it close to the bottom. See if it carries that log further. It knocked it off. Here goes the 5110. Let's see how it carries that log. A little bit more recoil, a little bit more knock. That pretty good ding on it. I think there was just a little bit of difference there. All right, as you can see, that 300 grain bullet going 400 feet a second did put a pretty good little ding on this AR 500. This right here, 500 grain bullet, it's going pretty close to as fast. You know, it's doing 2,360 feet a second. It's doing 2,400 feet a second. Pretty nice little crater there, pretty nice crater here. But that 5110 with a 300 grain bullet will punch right through this like it did here and here. So that's half-inch AR 500, and it will not hold up to a 300 grain 5110 because it just punched right through there. And this one right here is a 5110 with a 450 grain bullet, punched right through it there too. So you get a little bit more velocity out of it. That AR 500 won't hold up to that 5110. In conclusion, what am I saying about the Winchester versus the Henry? Hey, this Henry is a really fun gun to shoot. It has a longer lever throw than the Winchester, and it shoots a shorter cartridge. But it's a fun gun to shoot, and I want to thank Henry for sending it out to me. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank Ranger Point Precision for sending me all these awesome parts to put on it. And I really like this Winchester. This in here, you know, I had it re-barreled back in 2000. So for 25 years, I've been putting these really hot, torturous loads through it. You know, some of the loading is on these 5110s are pushing 50,000 PSI. So, I mean, it's been loaded hot for a lot of years. It's held up good. The action's still tight as a drum. The gun still shoots very accurately. And I really like the 1886 Winchester as far as the design. This in here, of course, is made in Japan. It's one of the newer ones. It's got a chrome alloyed steel barrel. So don't use any of this type of loads in an old original with that just soft steel barrel, because it will be catastrophic. So anyhow, in conclusion, yes, this is more powerful. Yes, this right here is plenty powerful to get anything in the U.S. and most other continents taken care of. But you know what? If that'll do it, this will do it better. And so you know what? I like this 5110. I like the Henry. I appreciate Henry for sending that out to me, like I said. But when it comes to the biggest, baddest lever action on the planet, this right here is it. Now, I will say, if you watched a lot of my videos, you will see a 70-150, and that gun is it's a powerful gun in its own right. It's a black powder cartridge, and we mostly stuck with black powder. We did get a couple of smokeless powder loads, but the recoil with the black powder or the smokeless loads is pretty stout. And it shoots a 900 grain bullet. It produces almost 5,000 foot-pounds of energy with that 900 grain bullet. It's hard to get it quite up to that. It's easily capable of getting just a little bit more powerful as far as kinetic energy than the 45-70. Of course, the knockdown is tremendous on that 70 caliber. I mean, you're using a 900 grain bullet. That thing's hard to stop. And we got a lot of videos on that. You need to check them out if you want to see the biggest lever action rifle, repeating rifle, you know, because you can just keep levering more cartridges in there. So this right here is the most powerful as far as kinetic energy goes, producing 6,400 plus foot-pounds of energy. Now the other one, as far as TKO or knockout, that 70 caliber, of course, with a 70 caliber bullet, and moving, you know, fairly slow, but it's 900 grain bullet. Of course, that has more knockout, but that would have been a stopping rifle. This is more of a hunting rifle. You could, you know, take game out to pretty far distances with this 50-110. Anyhow, wow, I had a lot of fun doing this. Just a little comparison here. Let me know if you like this kind of videos. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Like and share this video out to other people so more people can watch this kind of stuff. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next video. You hear?